What's up, everyone? Today we're going to be flying the E-flite F-14 Twin 40 for the first time in 2026. And it is actually going to be my first jet flight of 2026, so let's see how it goes. All right. Let's get it switched to that wings swept position. Switching now. Also going to drop that altitude so we can get a nice low pass going. Switching now. Also going to drop that altitude so we can get a nice low pass going. It did, so I don't know why, but when I switched it to swept wings, it just immediately entered a spiral. And I tried to switch the wings back, but it didn't go in time. So that was brutal, guys. That was a huge crash. I saw multiple pieces go flying. Let's go inspect the damage. I see a piece. I think it might be the battery hatch. Yep, there it is. Even the battery hatch is totally destroyed. Oh my. That's not gonna fly again. Ever. This is actually the bottom of the airplane where the EDF it goes. So it's still on. Look at that. Wow. That is quite some damage. There's the other EDF hull. Got some little chunks of foam there. EDF cover there. Skid. We got the servos still moving. Maybe not. Goodness. Yeah, it probably hit the tree at about 90 miles an hour. It was still like at full speed. So let's just start picking some stuff up, all right? You know what, actually, right now I'm going to unplug that battery just in case there's damage to it. Looks like we're lucky, the battery is intact. Battery hatch is intact. Might have to keep this as a token, guys. It's the sole surviving intact piece. Here's the nose wheel that got ripped out and very much bent. Must have hit a branch or something because I can see some wood embedded in that. This is another EDF cover. This is the cover of the electronics. Okay, we've got another ground skid over here about 10 feet away from the actual airplane. So here's the ground skid. Another piece of the nose gear here. I don't know what this is. Here is one of the belly gears. The other one is still attached. Which I don't even know what that is. Not exactly sure what this piece is. But it's something. Not exactly sure what this was from. Everything is, it kind of starts here. There's a few chunks here. There's a few chunks 20 feet over that way. And then this is just kind of here in the middle. So it really goes to show just how far everything was spread out. Not sure what these were either, but they're not functioning anymore. So I'm assuming it hit the upper branches of this tree, because I know it hit the tree. I remember seeing that. We do have a broken branch there that could be from the plane or it could not be. Just trying to make sure there's no parts of the plane actually in the tree, but I'm not seeing anything. So I think we're good to grab the controller and the plane and walk out of here. Okay, let's grab this carcass and bring it home. Look at this thing. You know, I wouldn't be mad if it was my fault, but I really just switched it into into wing swept mode and did not like that. I just immediately entered a spiral, and that was it. It would actually have been better if it had entered a tighter spiral, because then it would have lost some airspeed, but it really just kind of entered, it just started rolling very slowly and uncontrollably. And I tried to correct it and nothing happened, so I immediately just went back to wings out mode, but by that time I was only about half a second away from impact, so it takes a little bit longer for those wings to come out, guys. All right, I'm gonna bring it back down to the house, and then I will do a detailed overview of the damage. So unfortunately, there are a lot of essentially irreparable parts, like this crushed foam or this bent metal rod here, and many more examples, of course. A lot of the plastic is broken all over the place. These wing sweep mechanisms are broken. The landing gear is broken permanently. There's some broken plastic here, of course. And this is completely bent. I just noticed this. I want you guys to realize these little chunks are wood from the tree that it hit. Those are wood. I can't even begin to imagine the force that this thing hit the tree with. Look, there's some more wood.